No. Don't touch that dial. Here's what's on my mind tonight.
Michael's afraid of the dark.
Oh, the widow kid's afraid of the dark.
As he has a new job. There are monsters in the darkness. Will Michael be able to face his fears? Or will Freddy destroy his standing?
Now that's something I can make a story out of.
Find out for next Freddy's Nightmares. Chew me, eat me, you can't beat me. Chew me, eat me, you can't beat me. Oh, hey guys, what's up? JK here, I guess it's finally time to do the last anthology episode of Freddy's Nightmares. Let's just get this over with so I can review Safe Sex. So the episode begins with the family being very cheesy.
Puppy dog tales.
You whiny yuppies! You call that a story? I'll give you a story.
The hell? Didn't think Freddy was even in this episode. Freddy something. Damn alternate titles. You know, some things say the episode is called Freddy something, but it's actually called The Light at the End of the Tunnel, if you want to know. Not Freddy something, but Freddy something would probably be a better name. You know, if it was actually a Freddy episode.
But first, let's deal with Daddy!
Hell yeah. You know, I can tell that out of all the openings Freddy has had, that this is probably some of the best Freddy lines in the series.
Yo mama! What a crop!
Oh wow, that reminds me so much of It's a Miserable Life. I like it. Oh god, stop singing that song. Chew me, eat me, you can't beat me. Ugh.
Fetch Fido!
God damn it, Freddy. You killed the dog too. That's going way too far.
Oh, the widow kid's afraid of the dark! Now that's something I can make a story out of.
Yeah, as Freddy starts to giving the child nightmares for his amusement as he ends up waking up. The hell? Nothing was there. What are you afraid of sound, you goddamn pussy? He really is, because he's a grown man, as he doesn't even have a job. His wife does all the work when he's on his lazy butt. As we go to Springwood Video. And by the way, I love they have a thing of Evil Dead 2 up there. That's just such a great reference, which I'm guessing is referencing that in Evil Dead, they had that be played in Nightmare on Elm Street, so I guess it's just a reference that I love. I love they had Evil Dead 2 up there. As her boss is a dick to her, but she won't take it, as he gets there to say he got a job from Dick Miller. The hell? He's in this episode? Damn, well, at least now I can tell this episode's actually going to be pretty good, hopefully. As they're actually sewer workers, as they go down, as he's talking about alligators. Help! Damn. Well, at least I can tell why he's scared here, even though those effects aren't very good. Mainly because it actually wasn't real, as he was just screaming with him. As he goes into the dark to go back into the dream, as there's again nothing there. Or maybe there is something back there. I really can't tell. I mean, this is VHS quality since, you know, it hasn't gotten a DVD release yet. As he is getting a real fear of the dark, and he needs to keep the lights on. As he goes down the sewers, trying to find something familiar, and for the lights to go out. I think Pennywise is down there, I don't know. And New Line does do the movies. They did do Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, so I guess it could be Pennywise. I don't know. But even if it isn't, I'm just gonna play this clip anyway.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do? Well, you better let the poor guy out.
Or this clip.
Hi, Georgie. Aren't you gonna say hello?
You know, there's lots of clips I can just play from that. You know, hiya Georgie or whatever. As he sounds like he's going crazy as he walks through the street and goes back into the dream again. Nothing happening, as he needs the lights on to sleep. As the lights go out, he is going crazy. Damn. You know what? I'll say this about this episode. The performances in it are pretty good. The acting is surprisingly pretty good for, I think, about all the characters are well acted, or they're not bad at least. But I will say that this guy is good, but in VHS quality, his face doesn't look right. Ugh. As he loads his gun to go down to the sewers.
Clean flush.
And yeah, dude, you probably should have used the ladder. As he gets up, finding the monster.
Okay, I'm out of here.
Who is now Pumpkinhead, I guess. As he wakes up as his gun is in this kid's hand, as this is actually him when he was young, as he actually talked to himself about his future, as he gets given his hat, and he is now not afraid of the dark.
I got it! I got the valve! Clean flush!
Take it easy.
And now he's crazy, but at least he's not afraid of the dark.
There's nothing to fear but fear. Trust me.
So you yourself are fear, because this is very similar to a line from Freddy vs. Jason, where he called himself Fear. So I guess Freddy is Fear. So the second half begins with a homeless woman outside, and the owner of the store trying to hit on her again, but she really won't take it now.
It's for you.
Yellow.
Sexual harassment hotline. May I help you?
Well, I guess she really won't take it. As a guy comes saying that he owes them money, but they only shook hands, so he gets nothing, as he gives him a tape to make him successful.
A poem by Freddy Krueger.
Oh, a poem. Cool.
I once met a guy who was sleeves, whose throat I then slit with much ease. He thought he had smarts till I cut off his parts.
Alright, Freddy, that's kind of fucked up.
And then all he had left were his
Alright, Freddy, that's kind of fucked up, but it's funny how they bleeped you.
Hey! Hey! Bleep this!
I think he wanted to flip them off with his glove, but he wasn't able to, since they'd censor that too.
How to be a mega success.
As he goes to bed, listen to the tape, as there is now, this.
Mommy! Daddy?
I love how he's just wearing a wig, and that he's supposed to look like a little kid. It feels like something like having a miserable life.
You're a butt, son. Pure and simple. Selfish. Vicious. You're a low-life, double-talking, lecherous slimeball.
Not to mention a poor dresser and halitosis.
I love that they just call him a butt. Hey, that's probably more offensive than calling him an asshole. As he realizes it's a dream, and is murdered to wake up, with a girl next to him that is confused.
Slimeball.
opponent.
Oh, damn. That must be really awkward. Probably had a threesome. Ugh, thinking of that. As he is now somehow a homeless woman, and he is now his boobs. Which is probably the weirdest thing, losing a tooth and all that. Like, having boobs is just weirder. But he wakes up again for this. Oh no! It's the Deadites that are doing this to him! No! No, it's actually this guy, who is in his head because he really wants his money, and won't let him out until he does it, as he brings out his chainsaw, and maybe he's finally awake, or not, as his wall is made out of bricks. As he tries to get out, but things keep repeating, until there are knights and horses on motorcycles. For some reason. As he says uncle, and it works as they drive off and make a deal and shake on it, as he finally wakes up. Or well, hopefully he's awake. He's awake. As he goes to the place to sign the papers, but his guard is high, so he shoots him.
No, it's me! You twit!
Oh wow, good ending. He finally wakes up, and then he dies.
Oh, lad, boss. I just shot you.
You're fired, you putz.
Yeah, I think I would fire him too.
Oh, no.
Oh damn, he still lives.
You said you'd let me out of it. We shook on it.
What was it you told me when we were back in your store? Art of the deal.
Damn, that's even better than the ending there he dies. It's like, wow, that's a good ending. Wow, damn, that's good.
Don't leave me. Please.
Wow, that's a good ending.
To sleep. Perchance to dream. To dream. To dream. To dream.
Freddy, I have the weird feeling you want me to fall asleep for some reason. That was Light at the End of the Tunnel, or Freddy something, whatever. And this episode is really good. Not because of the Freddy stuff, even though those were the best parts, probably some of the best parts in the series, and the Freddy lines in this series. And also, the writing was very good for the characters, all of them, and so was the acting. The acting was surprisingly good, all of them, I think. I think even the kids were pretty decent, and they weren't bad. Nobody was bad. They were all pretty well acted. It feels like actors for a Tales from the Crypt episode. And I actually really liked this episode, and I really do suggest you check it out. I really liked it.
To sleep. Perchance to dream. To dream. To dream. To dream. Hey! Hey! Bleep this!
No. Don't touch that dial. Here's what's on my mind tonight.
Buddy was a hippie, but he has to deal with a new generation in their corporation.
For the corporation.
And hopefully they won't get rid of him.
Buddy boys have been behind the times, but I'm about to give him a little shock.
But he survived? Find out on next Freddy's Nightmares. Yes! Finally! The last anthology episode. Finally. Let's just hope this one's good as the last one. Or at least watchable. So the episode begins and we're at office, where an ex-hippie talks to Sheriff from Jason Lives, and he goes out to get stabbed. For really no reason. I mean, if you were gonna rob him, you didn't need to stab him. I mean, they just stabbed a random dude. You didn't need to do that. As he wakes up and he's locked up, as his son is there for the corporation. Oh god damn it, don't say that. I'm having a Freddy's Nightmares flashback. As he was actually just having a nightmare as his son is worried about him. As he's getting a new boss and he's gonna have to do non-hippie things as his son is different.
Buddy Boy's a bit behind the times, but I'm about to give him a little food for thought.
Oh god damn, he blew the fuck up. Wonder what that tastes like. As he's at work, he doesn't want to do the thing that is against his morals, but he has to do it to keep his job. And because of his son, it's kind of destroying his life, as he wakes up to see the stab wound. Which is weird. Normally when somebody sees a wound keep coming back, that means that they're dead. As his son is very modern, as he's wearing sunglasses, as he's dropped off, but he forgot his book, so he goes to give it back.
You don't belong here.
Actually, technically, he isn't, but he's still just trying to be nice. As he goes to work, his friend is gone. My guess is that Jason folded him like a pretzel. Well, actually, I guess he was, because with the old and with the new. Oh no, he was Han Solo'd to death! As now they are after him to kill him. As he gets home, his son being ready for him for his cooperation, for them to shoot at him and take him. As he's not really hip anymore, so they conclude that he sold out. Yeah, I guess the moral is, don't sell out on your beliefs.
That's for selling out your beliefs.
As he starts to get older and older, as he sees his wife get decapitated, as he is up next. Or not, he was actually just bleeding out from the stab wound. Well, I guess my theory about the stab being there means that he's dead was true. As his son finds him dying, and he says that he is sorry, and he dies.
Growing old can be a painful experience.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. I mean, you don't play Freddy anymore. Or probably don't play Freddy anymore. So the episode begins with some people looking for a kid as she is taken, and Freddy tries to find his parents.
Do you know who your parents are?
Well, I know where your family is. I know the mother hanged herself in the asylum, and that she's still breaking in there. And then your father, I don't know what happened to him, but I know he was in the asylum, which one probably was your father. But the only problem is, I still don't know where Waldo is. Kinda lost him. As this girl is scolded for the way that she dresses, as she goes to talk to a guy who says that he was adopted. Wait, so he's adopted? I mean, I think that kind of screws up the first half. To be honest, I mean, the father was worried about his son not being like him. If he was adopted, of course he's going to be different. He was adopted. He's not your regular son, but that doesn't sound right. He kind of needs to be his son for the first half to work, since it wouldn't make any sense. I mean, maybe if the mother was... he wasn't his real father, maybe, but... I don't know. It doesn't make much sense. Then she is chosen by her mother to be her mother, as John is killed, I guess. I guess he's dead. Either that, or it was a corporation. As after the commercial, she wakes up to call John's house, as she has the wrong number, as he is nowhere to be found. It was a corporation. As she talks to a bitchy teacher, as she asks her mom about her birth certificate, as her mom said they burned in a fire. As for that night, she goes looking for her birth certificate, as she finds out she is adopted, going down to where her real house is, and yeah, she finds it. The Elm Street house. Well, clearly, she's dreaming. as she talks to her true mother, and they talk about who her father is.
Bad taste in clothes. Wore the same sweater all the time. Nice hat, though.
Wait, you don't mean...
His name was Freddy.
Yeah, damn. Well, that clearly isn't canon.
Welcome home, darling.
Yeah, you're the daughter of a child murderer. I think that's the reaction I would expect. Well, actually, I don't think you're really the daughter. I think Freddy's just screwing with you somehow. Because you think that your parents aren't really your real parents or whatever. But Freddy's probably just screwing with you. But yeah, how do you even know who Freddy is? I mean, she didn't say his last name. All she said was Freddy. So, you don't like your father being named Freddy? As she is forced to cook and clean for her ungrateful family. And to be honest, this whole time, I was just hoping that Freddy would come down and pretend to be her father. I should have done that. That would have been fun. As John goes to go and save her. But that didn't last very long, as he dies pretty fast. As she wakes up and gets into a dress. But yeah, she's still dreaming, as she forces her into the fire. And the ending's a lot like Hansel and Gretel, I guess.
Never were. Now you never will be.
Oh yeah, she's going crazy. As yes, she really is going crazy, as her mother actually died in the fire and she needs to be adopted. So wait, so I'm guessing that none of the things from this half was real. And maybe her wondering if her parents were her parents, maybe that could have been real, I don't know, but was the thing with the first half real? Was that just a dream of hers or something? Was John just completely made up, or was he real, and he was in her real life, so she put him in the dream as well to be her best friend? I'm just gonna guess that John wasn't really adopted. I'm just gonna pretend that he never was, and that they never said that, because the whole thing was just a dream, so, you know, I can do that.
Come on down! Worried about your credit? I ain't. We've got every shape, every size, every price. I'll make you a deal you can't refuse.
Yeah, I got no jokes for this. But anyway, that was Identity Crisis, and it was alright. And no, the corporation did not make me give this episode a good review, and I will not give it a good review, but it was an okay episode. I do like the first half, but I do have very little to say about it, and I think the second half is better, as I liked it. And Freddy being her father, in the dream at least, I don't think it's actually her real father, because that really fucked with canon. The series definitely isn't canon, but you can technically consider a couple episodes could be, technically. As him showing up would have been kind of cool, and actually pretending to be her father would have actually been fun to watch. But this episode is kind of enjoyable, and I do suggest you still watch it. And finally, we are done with all the anthology episodes of Season 1. As next time we'll do in the final episode of the season, and the final Freddy episode of that season. Safe sex. So, next time, I'll be showing you some safe sex.